Good morning, everyone. We're getting ready to get started here on this morning stream. So come on in, sit on down, grab a breakfast beverage of your choice, and we're going to get started here shortly. Morning, everyone. I hope you're having a wonderful morning. Good morning, Roger, and good morning, Alden, in the chat there. Well, I hope everyone had a wonderful weekend. It's been a long weekend for me, and we'll talk about that a little bit here coming up. So let's get right into it. Let's make a check with the radar around the area here in the Des Moines metro central Iowa area. We have clear skies. That was not the case last night, and we'll get into that a little bit more later on in the stream. Got some really, really cool hail pictures, and National Weather Service appreciated some of them. So, a correction in the supporters. I misspelled Tyler's last name. So K0BJJ. I'm publicly apologizing because I haven't fixed that yet. I will get it fixed. Other than that, it looks beautiful. Vince is over here in Omaha. Probably getting ready to head out for his next storm chase. He was chasing my neck of the woods. He was a few miles away from me last night. And we were playing tag for a little bit of it. So, you saw the welcome screen. Yes, this POTA, the Iowa statewide POTA gathering was this weekend. And that's one of the reasons why the weekend was a little bit crazy. Let's take a look at our APRS map. As you can see, I'm not on there because I'm not on DMR currently. But W0DM is working his way around the metro. And let's look at our traffic. Pretty good out there this morning. So I want to welcome each and every one of you. We had a wonderful outing this last week. Oh, nope. Let's get that intro out of there. Okay. We had a wonderful outing this last week. The Iowa statewide POTA gathering, which was put together, well, it was put together in the Iowa Radio Operators Discord and funded and paid for by the Story County Amateur Radio Club. And food was provided by the District 3 Amateur Radio Club. So thank you, Jason, once again, for providing meals, the food for the, and everyone that brought the potluck. I mean, we had people bring chips, people bring cookies, but Jason, K0BJJ, brought and cooked burgers for us. So thank you again. Got to meet Kevin, Ham Radio QRP. He made an appearance down there. If you check out the video, you won't see him because I got to socializing and got to record more than I did. But I did get to meet Kevin in person. Wonderful guy. I will tell you this, everyone. The Kevin you see on the computer, whether it be on Coffee and Ham Radios, if he's live doing his QRP nuts, the Kevin that you see on the computer is the Kevin you get in person. He is a stand-up gentleman. I enjoy talking to him, and I cannot wait to get to interact with him again. He is when you think an Iowan, the ideal Iowan, good demeanor, very helpful, would give you the shirt off your back. This is what Kevin is. So it's not an act. He's not a grumpy old Iowa farmer. He is a very nice, genuine guy, and I thank Kevin for coming down from Hampton and hanging out. It was a wonderful time meeting him. Also, we had our Mason City boys. We had people in from all over states. We had someone from southeast Iowa that moved out from Central. It was a really good time. I never got on the radio, but if you worked W0YL. Wait for Mingo to get done identifying. If you worked at W0YL on Saturday, that was us. W0YL for the Story County Amateur Radio Club. That was us. Hey, it's all right, Stuart. We tried. We did. We tried. We tuned up on 15 and 17, and the bands were just horrible. The bands are absolutely just horrible. So on top of the statewide POTA outing this weekend, I also had a storm chase yesterday. And it ended up being a hailer. Oh yeah, bands were hopeless altogether, Stuart. This ended up being a hailer. And here, I'm going to show you guys some pictures real quick of the hail that actually fell at the QTH. So, 2.34 inch piece of hail there. We had another 2 and 1.13 inch piece of hail. And then my wife really liked the look of this, and this does look cool. So, had quite the hailstorm at the QTH. Of course, I'm chasing, and I ended up tracking down going on some other cells at the time, but that is how it goes sometimes. The cell that this actually produced, we do have footage. I do have initial footage of it. I intercepted it by Boone and go, it's probably not that great. It made me a fool. So, because it got past Interstate 35, blew up, and It made very, very, very good size hail. Reported possible softball size hail over by Grinnell. So, but yeah. So we had a wonderful time. I got to meet a lot of people. And that was the big thing about this POTA outing, was getting in the network and hang out with some people. Met some kiddos. We had a brand new tech come out and get on the air on do some HF. We had some kiddos show up. We had some lifelong techs that showed up and got some more information from a lot of us. We had a 100 or an 80 meter off center fed dipole set up. We had a link dipole set up, and then a 20 meter dipole set up. So we had Pat, the king of the park. He was there, and he held back, guys. He held back. He only made 30 CW contacts. Only. He was doing a lot of talking too. But it was a wonderful time. Got to hang out with some wonderful people. We're already talking about maybe doing it again. There's been talk about maybe a couple times a year. I tell you what, guys, I look forward to doing this more. It was amazing. Also, I don't know if any of you have seen this thing about using a window screen for a ground plane for an antenna. We're going to try it. Because I'm really tired of my radials getting run over by lawnmowers. So we're going to try it sometime, and I will let you know how that turns out. We're going to do a video on it. Because why? Because that's what we do here. Yeah. I was going to do it on Saturday, and then, like I said, I got to yakking. But again, if you're new to the channel, just swinging by, don't forget to smack that like button, hit the subscribe. Easiest way to help us out. I really didn't have too much of a topic today. We're just gonna sit here and hang out for an hour, and then I gotta get little Missy to the vet because her incision got infected the way it looks. Hey, there's one like. Should check to see how the propagation is doing today. It wasn't that great earlier. It's still not that great. Going to be a high of 80 degrees here today. Looks like Texas is on fire, but when aren't they? Yep, rough. Yeah, she's laying down. Both of them are laying down right now. You can't even see Avis in the screen. Once again, guys, if you can help financially, QR code right here, please. We spent about $120 in gas yesterday, and yeah, spent $120 in gas when I could have sat in my driveway and got a better intercept. My bad, I understand that, but was not expecting. I was expecting that cell, once it passed me, to die. I was not expecting it to blow up the way it did. So, oh crap. Still a little tired. It was a wonderful time, though. It's always a great time when you can get out and do a chase. I was solo. I was talking on voice channel on Discord. We had the digital net went up and was disappointing, as it normally is. Try not to get too edgy into that, but I was on the radio a whole lot. I was in contact with one chaser on 146.52 for a while, and that was about it. It was kind of a run and miss day, but you know, that's why it's called chasing. You chase the storms. You hope to intercept them. You hope to be in the right position at the right time, but that wasn't the case. The second round of storms ended up hitting us around midnight, and I gave up at I gave up at when the first round was done. I went home. It was getting close to dark. Didn't want to get caught out after dark. And then I pushed off editing the footage from yesterday till this morning. And I also forgot to make a thumbnail for this stream till this morning. So, there's that. There's that indeed. So, with Roger in the chat, I don't see too many other people. I know Alden was in the chat a little bit. What do we say? We got radios here. What do you say we use them? Let's use these radios. Let me get my log open and set up. We'll put these things to use. I was not prepared to do logging today. We'll get prepared though. 47 there and headed to 60. Hey, that ain't bad, Roger. I'll take that. I would take that indeed. Now, my days are kind of messed up and whatnot right now. Ended up calling off on Friday. Didn't work Saturday because I headed off for the event. And yeah, been kind of crazy. So, let's pull up that. Let's minimize it. Let's go to POTA. I'm not even sure what we're going to be able to tune right now, Roger. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. Because with the rain and stuff last night, it could have really messed up my end fed. I mean, we had 2-inch diameter hail here. I looked at the antenna. It's up. It's intact. I can't tell you anything more than that. I have not tried the radio. I turned on the HF a little bit, and it was receiving something on 20 meters, but I didn't try to transmit. If that makes sense. So, let's get back over to the scene. See my little setup we got going here. Turn on the HF. We'll see what we can do. Let's see, there's somebody there. Getting someone on 20. .308's a bust. .315's a bust. .295 is a bust. Let's make sure we're in tune. There's someone there, but let's try 265. Wow. We're busting everywhere. This antenna just not having it this morning. $269.
Neither have K0BJJ. It's K7 CQ X-ray. CQ X-ray. Roger that. Mine's Whiskey 5 Juliet Charlie Charlie.
Well, that is not the POTA station.
Yeah, okay. F5JCC.
Somebody.
Similar to a friend of mine's call. Now that I hear yours, I can't think of his, but it might be the same thing.
Let's try 15 meters.
Anyway,
See what we can do on 15. Nope. Maybe I can tune 40 today. We'll see. Hey, FT8's coming through strong on 40. Hey, we can get 4 tune 40 today. Let's see if 40's working decent. I will have to change something. There we go. Okay, I am hearing him. I am hearing him. See if we can work him. We'll see. Thanks for hanging out with me, Roger. I don't know who else is hanging out, but whoever else is hanging out, I appreciate it. I really do. I don't know. Band's kind of going in and out. Stress guy on 266. We'll log and delete this. Ha! It's Stuart that's hanging out. I appreciate both you guys. I really do. You guys are awesome friends, and you guys are awesome to this channel. Hey, did you see, guys, that we got 406 subscribers now? We're getting there. They're creeping up. It's creeping up. I know that doesn't benefit Stuart much unless he's got a U.S. address, but... Gosh, bands are just poopy. Can't even help it. If you can't help a POTA station, bands are just horrible right now. don't know, guys. I don't know. We're gonna make contacts. I really don't. This is kind of depressing. That's probably what's doing it. Because yeah, 20's all but non-existent right now. Let's see if I can get this guy in Indiana. Nope, can't even get Indiana. I don't even want to look at the DX cluster. This is, man, this is sad. Really sad. You know what we could do? I could show you some unedited, well, actually freshly edited video. Would you guys be game for that? You guys want to see yesterday's storm chase in the editor before it gets uploaded? Let me know if that's something you'd like to do, because I mean, all I gotta do is open that file right there. We can watch it together. It can be like a premiere without being a premiere. Okay. We got one that said yes. The motion carries. I'm assuming Stuart said yes also. So it's raw out of the editor. I was here. I wasn't in town for the storm, but I was by. So this was my storm chase. Yes, it's rocky. It's still in the editor. This hasn't been finished. It'll be nice and smooth once I get it exported. Oh, Justin, the wife called me and said, "Where are you at? There's baseballs here." So, by the way, we are more than likely going to end up splitting the channel here in the not so distant future. I'm going to split a channel strictly for storm chasing. I'll probably have a few videos that overlap when I do that. But when I end up doing that, we'll slowly make the transition to pushing all the weather soft, and we'll have ham radio on this channel, and then we'll have weather on the other one. So, and now you're going to hear me talking to someone too, because I was in voice chat. And it's nice to see the Plasma Storm in the chat. We haven't seen the man in a while. Welcome, Plasma Storm. Welcome. Yeah, this is really choppy. Puppy, don't eat that. I'll turn this down a little bit. And there's Andy. We're getting a good crowd in here now. So again, this was from chasing yesterday, guys. Oh, shoot. Tired, I gotta take that little girl to the vet yet. This is the same storm that ended up hitting Newton yesterday, by the way. So the storm you're looking at, this was taken over in Boone. This ended up crossing I-35, getting bigger, and this is what ended up dropping hail on Newton. Yeah, those are not fun trips, Plasma. I'm glad to see you in chat though. It's been a long time. Was getting a little worried, buddy. So again, we are watching the raw in the editor footage. This is going to probably get uploaded after the stream. And then after sometime this afternoon, it should go live as long as everything goes and the conversion goes well. But I didn't have my Storm Spot and Pooch with me or anything. Speaking of which, there he is. So, the Storm Spot and Pooch making his appearance all. So, it was quite expensive yesterday for stuff I could have stayed home for. Over $100 in gas just to, yeah, it was. I got a little bit of pretty footage though. I mean, and again, I'm talking on Discord, on a Discord voice channel with someone. So that's what you're hearing. That's who I'm talking to. As you can see, it is, I mean, the spin on this thing is, in this right here, that updraft was intense. Yeah, I know I could have. It was, yeah, I was a little irritated when I got home. Yeah, I actually did price the Cyclone ports. They come in around $3,500. So, if you guys want me to have a Cyclone port, I need donations. A lot of them. And now I'm going to point this out to you guys. The rotation right here. Extremely broad. And then we have the updraft here. And there's the Boone repeater. I had radios with me. I only talked on them the one once. As beacon and APRS off the handheld. Case in point, left to the right. I will say this, you know, chasing, when it comes to chasing, I could have stayed home, saved money on gas, but it's like POTA. It's like radio. A day out doing radio is better than a day not doing radio. A day doing POTA is better than, you know, anytime you're doing POTA, you're out there playing radio, is better than any, you know, no matter how many contacts you made, it's better than not, any day not being there. So, this gets me out, got me watching. I didn't make any. I actually made weather reports after I got home, but that was off the hail that we received at the house. And if you check the Twitter account, K0BJJ on Twitter, you'll see the reports I made to National Weather Service, because I just tweeted them in. Right, and that's exactly the thing, Plasma. But look at that color on that. It was a really pretty storm. So, this is still Boone. I just moved to the other side of the overpass. Since there's now 7 people in here watching, don't forget to hit that like button, everyone. Helps us out quite a bit. I really appreciate it. It's 100% free and takes a second of your time. And the OGs will tell you guys what happens at 10 likes. I ain't gonna rat myself out. Let the OGs share that method with you. So again, still Boone. We were over here before, on the off ramp over here. We just moved over to the other side. We're now facing east instead of facing west. This was south of Grinnell. I know I got stuff in the way. But almost done with the video, actually. And like I said, this will be uploaded later. But yeah. Soon comes the hail pictures from the house. There we go. And I already showed them once on screen, but yeah. Some pretty hail. Some destructive hail. There you go. You got to see the on the editing table version of that of the video that's going to be coming out hopefully later today. Like I said, I'm gonna start exporting it to YouTube as soon as the stream ends today. So I don't know how long it'll take. Anyone that does YouTube can tell you, yeah, it was pretty gnarly there, Plasma. The winds were so intense that Collins Maxwell schools actually had to cancel due to down power lines today. So I would have been a good chase just staying close to home. But it was like I said, it was good getting out. I will say, if you saw my measuring device, this is one of the best things you can get if you're doing storm spotting, storm chasing. For accurate hail size measurements, go get a caliper. The one I got is $10 at Walmart. $11 with taxes at Walmart. They don't have to be exact to the exact, micro inch or whatever. They just got to be somewhat accurate because National Weather Service wants to know the size. And if you go, hey, that's a 2-inch piece of hail, and they look, yeah, that's a 2-inch piece of hail. They don't need to know it's, 2.0004 of an inch. It's, yeah. I mean, and they're really simple. They're really inexpensive. I should have gotten one years ago, but they are the easiest way to get reports in. I mean, I'll show you the tweet that I closed the browser. Now I have to open the browser in a new tab. Hold on. I'll show you my conversation with National Weather Service today. You don't even have to get on Twitter today, guys. we'll just go to my Twitter page. I mean, here's the tweet. This fell, and I put R. I hit an R instead of a T. At the house, and guys, right there, Spider Jetting on Twitter. You can hit me up on Twitter. I'm not that active on it. I'm trying more, but when it comes to reporting to like National Weather Service and stuff, it is probably one of the quickest ways to get reports in. But yeah, NWS and I went back and forth today. I mean, thank you for your report. Can we put this document here? Yeah, do it. So they're going to use it for their. Hey, I really appreciate it for the follow on Twitter, Roger. Vern, where's Vern? Vern, do we see Vern? Oh. Saw the Vern there. Is Vern on the chat? I'm not 100% up to speed with Twitter, just so you guys know. So. Oh, he was? I see Stuart. Go back. Maybe he'll pop up again. I don't do a lot of Twitter, believe it or not. I really don't. Hey, 5 likes. I really appreciate it. We're up to 5, guys. We're up to 5 likes now. Got 14 following me. I need to do more on this. I try, guys, with the Twitter. It's just one of those things where I was like, I get doing stuff, and then I'm like, oh, I should have tweeted this. I'm really not good with that, with some of the social media stuff. So, hey, I didn't know I could even do this. Scroll down a bit. Oh, you know, there's Vern. Here's Steve. There we go. I got him. I know you're delayed a little bit. Can't give you too much credit. Interesting. I might need to spend some more time on Twitter. I'm going to be a tweeter. We'll see. NATOcast. I wonder if NATOcast had a result out there. Just south of Kellogg, Iowa. That was, like I said, I could have just ran it. You know, maybe though it was one of those, it was a good thing that I had out of here, because maybe I was going to lose, you know, if the truck was here, I could have lost the windshield on it. That's pretty cool. Hey, DX Engineering has an interesting post, guys. You know what? I'm going to retweet that. MVIS versus DX. Yeah, I gotta get off this. Otherwise, you guys are just gonna see me scroll through Twitter, which maybe you want to, but because I'm not a Twitter user, a major one. I have one because of this, because of the channel, and I need to get better at using it. So. Ooh, that would be pretty. So that would be really pretty. You know, Justin, I really need to, and I actually kind of got chewed out by the wife this morning because I've told you guys my wife's doing YouTube. And we'll pull up her channel real quick just in case you want to check out what she's doing. I gotta remember what her channel is. I know I'm subscribed to it. But she's doing book reviews, and I know we got some book nerds in here. I am subscribed to a lot of people. A lot of people. Maybe this is quicker just to do this. No. I feel bad. Forgot what her YouTube channel name is. I think it's Captain Kansas. Hold on. I'm remembering. There he is. So, shout out to the wife's YouTube channel, guys. Captain Kansas Review. She's doing book reviews, but she kind of chewed me out this morning because she wants to do some live book reviews, like what we're doing now. She wants to do this just with book reviews. And she goes, it's really hard to do with kids and everything running around. I'm like, yeah, I understand that. She was like, so when are you going to move your Radio Shack into the studio so we can get the studio set up? It's an Instagrammer. Ooh, that's pretty. That's pretty. You know, I want to do one social media platform at a time. I'm not going to lie. I got to figure out the one before I can get to the others. Well, the thing is, Justin, we need the same setup. The difference between the studio for her and the studio for me is my radios. Computer's got to get set up. I still got to run an Ethernet line. So it's one of those things. Yeah. The difference is I got to figure out how I'm going to run coax into that room for the radios. I got to pull the coax out of this wall. Yeah, it's a little bit of a hassle. I'm going to need some help. But hey, I did not know this. I'm now following the District 1 emergency coordinator. I didn't know he had one. I just saw he had a Twitter. I need to spend more time on this. But it's not going to be now. So, well, this is technically the family computer, which needs some serious upgrades to it if I'm not going to be perfectly honest with you. Hey! The king is here, guys. If you have not checked out Pat's channel, check out Pat. Ham radio tips and trips. N0HR, the king of Big Creek State Park. It was an absolute blast, Pat. It was wonderful hanging out. We're going to have to do it again, Pat. We had a couple of us people with YouTube channels there. We need to go out and like do activations together. I was just networking. I could have jumped on the radio. Actually, guys, you want to hear how funny Pat is. You all know I don't know how to do CW. Who is this Pat guy? You need to check him out. That's who this Pat guy is. Ham radio tips and trips in the chat. N0HR. You need to go check him out, Plasma. This is how comical this guy is. Everyone that knows me knows I do not know how to do CW. He sets up his station for CW because that's mainly what he runs. He goes, "Hey man, I gotta take a break, take over." And I look at him, I'm like, I can send SOS. That's all I got. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. Pat and I will have to go out and do a joint activation sometime. Like I said, Saturday I wanted to talk to people. I have people I talk to at work. I have you guys I talk to online. That's about it. So, Pat, on the other hand, man, CW machine. I'll never sell my microphones. Never. Just because I'll be able to teletype in something. Oh, it's not. I'm gonna offend Pat now by referring it to as teletype. Once I dit and dash something in, know how to dit and dash something in. I'll never give up my microphones. Oh. Wow. Plasma, there's something wrong with you, buddy. There's something wrong with you. CW is the long distance, can communicate whenever the band conditions are mode. I will say this. If we ever get an MCOM situation, if I can get a hold of Pat, and he doesn't know this yet, so he's going to learn this with the rest of you guys. If we ever get an MCOM situation in Newton and I can get a hold of Pat, guess who's coming down? I'm going to beg to come down and assist with moving emergency traffic. Because we got one ham in Newton that's probably as good at CW as him. And between the two of them, I mean, we'll get traffic going. So, got a couple of them around here wanting to learn CW, but none that are that fluid in it. And here was Pat on Saturday, and his paddle was just going berserk. Didn't know if he was making contacts or calling in airstrikes, but I mean, his paddle was going pretty good. It kind of comes down to that joke. Nervous clicking of pens. You get the one person around you that knows CW, and they're wondering why you're trying to call in an airstrike. You're just clicking a pen. No, I really enjoy actually watching people do CW. So, I didn't sit next to Pat and watch him on Saturday, though. I was listening from afar. Hey! It's Dave, the Random Wire. Welcome to the stream, Dave. Yeah. Better late than never, that's right. That's 100% right, Dave. We didn't get to see your buddy on Saturday. He was too busy packing. So, but... I have fun with the POTA though anyway though, Pat. All right, you have a good day, Pat. Thanks for stopping in for a little bit. I really appreciate it. It was wonderful seeing you on Saturday. 6 likes, guys. Woo, can you get 4 more likes in 9 minutes? Can you get 4 more likes in 9 minutes? We will see. Oh, no, it was... Yes, and actually, Dave, we will have a video from yesterday. We had 2-inch hail here at the house. I intercepted the storm, got off of it, and ended up burning a lot of gas. But I did do a video yesterday. Everyone that was here earlier saw the edited but not uploaded version, because I haven't uploaded yet. I finished it like 10 minutes before the stream. I finished editing it 10 minutes before the stream, so I didn't even pull footage until like 4 a.m. this morning. So, yeah, some very big hail here in Iowa. A couple tornadoes in southeast Iowa. A couple spin-ups. But I wasn't on them. I didn't run there. I have my limit for a non-tornadic cell, and I will not get like in more than an hour out for a non-tornadic cell. And once that kind of determined these things were hailers, they were trying to spin up, but they weren't able to. I got back close to home, and I just kind of stuck really close. You guys got heavy rain wind. Justin was out playing t-ball, or was playing baseball yesterday with the hail. My wife ran out after the storm. It was actually the hail pictures I got. The hail was probably bigger because it had time to melt before my wife went out and picked it up. So she got the biggest hailstones she could find, but it was probably bigger. And I heard they had softball size hail about 10 to 15 minutes east of me. So, great batting practice. There you go. 7 likes. I don't know if you guys are going to do it. We haven't had a stream dance in a while. Y'all are slacking. We used to get like 12 likes a stream, and like, you know, I got tired of dancing right away before the stream even started, and I put it at 10 likes, and I tell you what, it's getting to be more of a reward. Can't make it to that 10 marker. But no, Saturday was a lot of fun. Last night was a lot of fun. Again, storm chasing costs money. So if you guys can help, you know how to do it. I think that's the 3rd time I've mentioned it. You know what also costs money? Vet bills. And somebody's got to go to the vet today. She's sleeping right now, but she's going to go. Because we're pretty sure her incision got infected. I'm not talking about him. He's fine. He's fine. It's the one that's off camera down here. That's not. I'm only seeing 7 on my end. I should have known not to tempt Dave. I should have known it. I'll take his word for it. I'll say we have 8. We need 2 more. But no, Saturday was full of fun. Met and hung out with people. Yesterday was fun, running out and chasing, even though I was solo. Thank God nothing major dropped. There's the 8th lake. Thank God nothing dropped, and took me blindsided, because we all know the tornado we did intercept this year, I was not the first person in the car to lay eyes on it. So 9 likes up. We might get it done, guys. We might get it done. Who knows? Maybe I'll, you know what? 9's close enough to 10. Let's hit that dance track. Alright, you guys got your dance. You got your dance. What do you want from me? You got your dance from me. You got your dance. Justin, you're stuck with them. No returns. I gave you your dance. I gave you the 10 like dance. We got close enough. We can round up. We can round up. Oh shoot. You know what also is fun, guys? Getting up in Monday mornings and hanging out with you. You know what's going to be better? When we can do a primetime stream from that studio back there. When we can do the primetime from the studio back there. I know I need to get on it. I need to send the kid up to the attic. We need to drill some holes in the ceiling. Get the coax dropped. That'll be, I mean, we got to work on it. Yeah, Justin, you only have what, 16 more years that you got to wait till they're out of the house? I can't remember how old those twins are. 16 sounds about right. They are adorable. His twins are adorable. Don't get me wrong. And I know they're going to give him nothing but trouble. Oh, they'll stay an extra year. I was right, 16. They'll stay an extra year. You won't get that lucky to get rid of them at 18. But, you know, the thing is, he's going to learn that he's going to miss them being the way they are right now. You say that now. You say that now. That's all I'm going to say. Anyway, guys, our hour is gone by. If you were late to the party, we'll have this be going public here shortly, so you can recap and check up on it. I want to thank everyone that hung out with us in chat. The 9 likes there. It was fun. Once you get people in here talking to you guys, it's amazing. Thanks to Pat for showing up. Thank you again, Stordie County Amateur Radio Club, for sponsoring the Iowa statewide POTA gathering. Thank you, Mother Nature, for not destroying my house with hail and letting us get some hailstones to send in the National Weather Service. Anyone else I got to thank? Thank you for all the supporters, even Tyler Harvard, which I need to correct his name because I misspelled it and I'm calling myself out again. I don't know who else I got to thank. Thank you, everyone who has anything to do with anything with me. This has been fun. We're going to get out of here before this happens. Okay, have it 7-3 all. Bye.